shit's in the safe. Got me a spot out the way. Nigga just tryna be safe.
Let's get to sports talk.
But he has caught just 2 touchdown passes, fewer than 97 other players in the NFL this year. He's also averaging career lows in receptions and receiving yards per game. And there's all this chatter out there about the possibility that this will be one and done for Odell. You know him well, your LSU guys and all the rest of that. What do you think?
You know, I don't necessarily know what the Cleveland Browns are going to do or what they can get from him, but I think if I was Odell, I would want to leave. And Greeny said I know him. I haven't talked to him about this. This is just me. This isn't the place for him. Cleveland isn't big enough for Odell Beckham Jr., and he also can't be with a quarterback who, one, frankly, isn't playing very well and is talking more than he's playing. There are things that are going to surround Odell Beckham Jr. that aren't necessarily brought on by him, and that's what we've seen.
He got put into a situation with a first head coach. He's a rookie. Then you got with a quarterback that's in the second year. Worry about the media. If he worried about what's on the field, Cleveland will be way better than they is. Because Baker Mayfield is better than he's shown. His mind is focused on everything outside the field instead of worrying about what's going on the field. He got put into a dang situation that he can't figure out what's going on with this team. This team have a team that could go to the playoffs, have opportunity to make a run, but it's so much surrounding that team that you can't believe it. Like, you don't get this type of talent on this field to be able to have an opportunity to go to the playoffs, but the position they in, they ain't probably even gonna make the playoffs. Odell ain't having a good year. The 2 touchdowns, he way better than that. And it ain't his fault. It's the quarterback fault. And you can't really blame the quarterback like that. It's the coach's fault. They don't know how to utilize Odell Beckham. Let's face it, they don't know how to use him. Like, when you get a first year head coach, don't know how to use Odell. Like, you can tell, they don't know how to use him. It's just like he out there just running.
Behaved in a way where you would think this wouldn't be so much news. And then when your quarterback can't shut his mouth, when your quarterback feels like he has to speak on everything, it continues to make the atmosphere around you toxic. Odell Beckham Jr. needs to be somewhere where the quarterback don't say nothing and he just plays ball.
Okay, there's a lot there. Laura, we don't know exactly what Baker Mayfield's mindset was, but you had a theory that I thought was interesting about why Baker may have come out and said what he said about Odell. It may have been a terrible idea, but at least it might have had some logic behind it.
Yeah, look, I don't agree with what Baker did coming out and saying all of that, but I do think his logic was that he's heard OBJ talking about leaving and maybe some of these rumors that are out there, and he said, let me come out and let him know that, look, we've got your back. We know that maybe the medical staff didn't handle this the way that you wanted him to, whether that's true or not. He was trying to make a public statement so that he could then even more and tell him, look, you got to stay here with the Browns, which is not the right way.
He didn't think it through, and that's been a problem with some of his decisions on the field, and certainly his problem with his decisions with the media. But
it's nothing had to do with the medical staff. It has to do with the play on the field. He looking like I only had 2 touchdowns this year. I'm way better than this. And it's not his fault. It's up to you to focus and lead this team. Instead of you don't have to answer everything to the media. You have to focus on the field. Every time the media say something, just say next question. Or talk about something else. You don't have to talk about everything. When you're not focused, this is what could happen. They roll off on your team because you're not out there helping them. It's bad enough that you got somebody that want to lead at the first year. It's not because the injury. It's because what's going on here. He see ain't nothing is going on with this team. He want to get to a situation where he can get back to who he used to be. He look like he's not a good wide receiver right now because the position he in.
If
I'm Odell Beckham. Of course I want out. I don't understand how anybody could have a problem with that. He was on track to potentially be the best receiver we have ever seen. Like, up until this season, he was second all-time in receptions per game and also second all-time in yards per game. Like, he was going to be an all-time great, and they are squandering a year of his greatness. They're stealing it from us, and they're stealing it from him because they can't get right. So I don't blame anyone who has a problem with how he's doing it. He's not doing it publicly. Maybe you don't whisper to somebody on the field afterwards. You tell your agent to get it done. But obviously you want out. You're great, and they're stifling your greatness.
You know what, though? That's the thing about being Odell Beckham Jr. We care about private conversations when it comes to him. And I think that's part of his greatness, is also part of what his personality has been. But I agree with Dominique. The other part of it is, it's either Freddie Kitchens to me or Odell Beckham Jr. You need to get someone in there that can get the most out of all of these players, especially him. And if you can't, you are wasting him and wasting money.
But can they?
They is wasting him. They wasting this talent they have. You can't put a first-year guy with this group of talent. You need to put a veteran coach with them. That now they use them to get the best out of them. Freddie Kitchens don't know what to do with this talent. He don't know how to use him right. He don't know what to do, Odell. He don't know how to get him open. He don't know how to call the plays to be able to create something for him, to have him do explosive plays, to help this team out. He don't know how. If he would have ordinarily stayed, y'all would have to find a coach that know how to use all these players on his team, because you don't get this great group of talent on one team. This is a once-in-a-lifetime right here. This is an opportunity for the Browns to take the next step, but they cutting this year. Because you got a quarterback that's worrying about outside noise. You have a coach wearing a shirt, disrespecting the other team. It is not, it's just too much going on around this team. That's why they can't really do positive things. That's why they can't really take the next step, because there's outside noise that's going on with this team instead of what's going on the field.
And if they replace the coach, can they, as basically constituted, be a good team? This is a team that feels like it's built around running the football anyway, right? You got Chubb and you got Kareem Hunt, and there's so many other playmakers on that offense. But if they replace the coach with the right move, can this team achieve next year what it should have this year?
They absolutely have the talent to do so. I think the jury's still out on how good Baker Mayfield can be, but he's certainly good enough for them to be a good team if they get all those things pointing in the right direction, because there is really no glaring weak spot on their roster.
You were like, you covered Mayfield in the college football playoff and all the rest of that. I mean, what do you make of us, how badly this has gone? It has gone stunningly bad.
It went badly. He need a coach that not to do everything in his skill set to make him be successful. They thought Freddie was the guy because how he played under him through the little last few games last year. No, you need somebody that understood Baker Mayfield skills. You need someone that know how to get the best out of him.
I'm shocked by it. I was on board with it. I thought Baker would be great this year. I think this is the first time, though, that he's really failed in a moment where he was expected to succeed. And so he's trying to work through that and figure it out and not handling it the right way. I would say, though, if they made some changes, brought in a coach that works better for him, I wouldn't be surprised if he went scorched earth if he still has that same talent next year.
That's the coach he wanted, though.
It'd be interesting they hired him because they thought he worked well with Baker. Right. It'll be very interesting to see if this is a job that coaches are dying to come and get, if indeed they do decide to make the change. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights.